Hello everybody, I am Gepwin. Welcome back to Factory Town, the fantasy medieval building game. We've got new graphics again. Everything's been new graphicked. Look, the mines look good. Look at that. The mines look better. They're not weird pillars anymore. Everything basically has graphics at this point. What is that? What the... I haven't seen that one yet. The machine shop. Ooh, that's nice. See, so far the machine shop, that's the kind of style I like. Everything else looks a little, like the stonemasons look a bit like churches. These are fine. The magic forges have kind of a weird little thingy. They've changed the names of some stuff around, like these are magic forges, these are elemental refineries. They don't make ore anymore, they make ether. That's cool. I actually was involved in that change and discussion. That was kind of fun to see that implemented. We are, in fact, out of earth crystals right now, but we don't need earth crystals. We need red coins, because we need to get a bunch of red coins coming into the system. Right now, our main sources of red coins are fish, which we are finally harvesting enough fish, so that's good. So our main sources of red coins are fish. We've got our shirt factory going here. That's giving us red coins. And those are the main things. We got like this thing over here is making shoes, but barely. It's mostly just to keep our fertilizer up. Like it is manufacturing them. It's manufacturing the shoes. It's keeping it at an okay rate, but it's certainly not meant to be optimized at this point. It's mostly this there so that we have a steady supply of fertilizer and we're using up the leather for, something. And we've got a very, very large iron deposit over here, but we need more and more and more. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, this farm can't gather crops because farms don't gather apple trees anymore, so we need to move that. Now apple trees, all things tree, are now handled by foresters. So I need to go here and get a forester out. Forester. Which we can just slot in at the same time. We do not want it getting wood, though. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Put this wood away. Put this wood away. Okay, now it's producing apples. How much is it costing me to produce apples? Nothing. Okay, good. So the forestry building is now producing apples from all of these apple trees. Well done. Good job. Cakes are our main source of purple coins. At the minute, cakes are coming out at an okay pace, right? Right? Apples are what's holding back our jam production at the minute. But they are pretty much saturated on that belt, so... Alright, we can worry about that later. Red coins. Red coins are the main problem of the day. And what do I need to do to get red coins going? So, more clothes. Let's take a quick look here. See if we can figure out what we can sell. I think general store is usually where we're going to get red coins. Unless, like, the food market has some red coin stuff, right? So, cooked beef. We could make cooked beef pretty easily, actually, because we could just make a farm. Right? We could make a farm that we are using to make food. Yes, we could have a farm that we're using to make a bunch of food, and then we could use all the fertilizer from the beef producing farms to produce fuel to cook the meat. That's something we could do. Also, we could just set up a quick little thing like a forester or something that would cook fish, and then we could be selling fish and cooked fish. Both of which are meats. Like, we could just cook the fish, take another extra second to cook the fish, and that would take our fish food production from 1 apiece to 3 apiece, which might be worth it considering all we would actually need for that is to throw in like a forester or something. But foresters also take red coins to produce that. What I would really like to be able to do is finish our research here. If we could finish the research on our fire mastery, then we could make fire shrines, and that would let us produce lava. And that lava would let us produce basically free fuel using elemental magic. That I would very much like to do, but right now we are in fact moving way too slow on our book output for my liking. That does seem to be the issue right now, as our book output is really low. Our book output is really low because our lumber mill is barely getting any wood. And why is our lumber mill barely getting any wood? It is in fact because this belt is just too slow to function. This belt is like too slow to bother with. Get over there. What is this doing? What is this here for? This thing is supposed to be providing... What the f... Wait a minute. What? What? This lumber mill was supposed to be making paper to supplement our paper consumption over here at the workshop. But for some reason, it's producing apples. Even though I don't think there is in fact an apple tree anywhere around this lumber mill. Why is this producing apples? What happened here? Alright, let's Whoa, what? Hold up, hold up, hold up! It's because our school is filled with earth crystals. Our school got like filled with apples and earth crystals? That is very weird. Okay. Well, that's interesting that we would have to empty out the inventory like that. Alright, now we're making paper. Now we're producing paper over here. Come on, right down there. I really, really want to get that one belt. That one right there. Right there, right underneath. Down one, please, 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 come on. Dang it. How about we get rid of these? Get rid of that. And maybe we can... There we are. You have to be able to access the frickin' block next to it to be able to do anything even remotely useful. Alright, this thing is getting paper at a slightly higher pace now. Means we should be a little closer to researching this. Okay, that's good. So that will help get us some fertilizer. But farms are free, so let's start off with that. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. They can only eat, like, houses can only be satisfied with so much meat at a time. That's part of the issue here. So we need a variety of stuff. We need something that's also not meats that maybe sells for red coins. And that would be very little. Okay, wait. Fruit juices. Fruit juice. Kitchen. Fruits and vegetables. Alright. Alright. Here are a bunch of apple trees. Here are a bunch of apple trees over here. This forester is going to be trying to grab apples, isn't it? Okay, no it's not. That's good. I'm glad that it's not doing that. That would stink a little bit. Also, what's going on here? I feel like something's wrong with my fire crystal production. What's happening? It's the coins. Okay, it's just the red coins. The red coins have basically stalled out all of my production. Oh well. So close. We need 7 more books. Yeah, 7 more magic books. Overall, I suppose that shouldn't be too bad, except for, you know, this thing's running off red coins, which is going to be difficult. So, let's find a place we can maybe plop down a kitchen and some fruit trees. Also, all of the exotic goods are purple coins, right? Wait, where was that? Where was that? Fire ring. Fire ring. Probably made at the jeweler, but probably made with a firestone, right? I'm gonna guess. And gold. We have enough gold. We could do something with gold that would be getting us like 30 gold coins. We are going to need a lot of gold coins. That's going to be helpful. Yeah, so let's first figure out this thing where we just make a kitchen. I have kitchens, so I can... Let's see. We need to send that off to the food. So it'd probably be better to have it on this side somewhere, right? Somewhere over here. If we could get a kitchen. Oh, good. Fire is finally done. Which means, hold up. The fire's done, which means we can turn off that grabber. And we need to just, like, remove all of these so that it stops filling up with fire crystals. And we can't make any more crystals until we deal with our coin problem. Come now. But that will give us a chance to build up some books. Stockpile a few books at least. In fact, stockpiling the books would be a very good idea, but everything in here is so tight I don't think I would be able to fit in a... I wouldn't be able to fit in a silo very easily. What in the world is in this? Grain and... What in the... is going on? Why is this full of so much random junk? That's just very weird. It's very, very weird. I don't understand this at all. Anyway, I would like this lumber mill to send stuff out that direction. We're going to remove this school. And we're going to do some weirdness in here. Yeah, I need the school back, obviously. Come on. Buildings, school. Definitely need a school, but I want it to be over here. There we are. And now we can actually fit a silo in here. So while we are tirelessly working to try to produce the next bit of like crystals and stuff for research, which probably going to be water, we can start stockpiling books. We're going to be able to actually stockpile like 100-something books here. That'll be great. Why is this not intaking paper from over here? I don't understand what's happening. Isn't this paper? Don't you need paper? What's going on? I don't understand what's happening. This building needs paper. This is outputting paper. This building is not accepting the paper for some reason. Alright, it just broke when I moved something. I'm not sure exactly how to reproduce that, so I can't call it a bug and be helpful. Alright, so to make juice, all we need is fruit and thyme. All we need is fruit and thyme to make juice out of a kitchen. That's a bad place for a kitchen. And because we can make juice, and we can use a farm, let's just find some spare land somewhere and then figure out how to deliver it. Alright? Everything in here is getting a little bit compact. Where is any kind of spare land? Anywhere. Come on. There's got to be a tiny bit of blank space that I can use. So just somewhere. Alright. Let's buy this. Oh, look at all that gold. Oh, and there's my air shrine. Air temple. I was missing one of those. Alright, we need to clear a bit of land here. I've been trying to avoid like mass land clearing, but it's getting necessary. Also, look, there's grass. New grass. That's going to drop our frame rate. But that's one of the new things, is grass. Okay, here's the thing we're going to do over here. Let's get rid of those little herbs. Get rid of these herb bushes. We have enough herbs. Come on. So we're going to make ourselves a farm. And it's going to produce juice. And then we're going to create a mass system that takes stuff over to be sold. And then we're going to have other farms that can bring stuff over to be sold. Because we can, in fact, just send a lot of stuff into and out of packers. It's fine. We can do that. Because they're just crates. And we can just send them over on, like, one belt. And then have them unpack on the other end. And sort with, like, the filters that say just things like food. So we're going to put a farm up here. And then we're going to build a lot of farm tiles around it. And then we're going to plant a bunch of berries, which we do have. Now this should be fine without water and stuff because we're working... We don't need this farm to be producing like mass amounts of things. So we should be okay just covering this. There we go, and then farm berries. Because berries count as a fruit. Now it's going to take a long time for all these to grow, but overall, will be worth it. Now what? What's going on? Can't afford. I don't have enough berries. I don't have enough berries. Where's my building in charge of berries? I swear I had a barn just sitting around where I had villagers just putting berries into it so that I could just have berries. There's my barn full of apples. Nope. I don't know where my berry barn is. Oh well. Leather is being the problem over here at the minute. What's up with that? Grain mill's not getting very much, is it? Come on. In sideways. That's actually emptying now. That's something. We never set this up to be super efficient. And right now, the stockpiling of books will help it be even more not super efficient. Oh, there's our berry barn. He's producing berries and carrots. Well done, you. Well done. Now we've got 24 more berries, though, so... Let's, also just grab a barn. So that we can just, you know, have this thing going into a barn. Thank you. Out it goes. And then farm berries. I need to figure out that air temple because that will let us make the new faster rails and things, and that's going to be pretty important soon enough. Alright, this thing is producing berries. It's got enough farmland, it should be able to produce berries at a pretty decent pace, in fact. Even if we up the amount of people in it a little bit. There we go, just want it to empty about as fast as it goes, and these will regrow. These will regrow a little slowly, but we have enough of them growing. We should be pretty good. Okay, I still very much want more berries planted. Come on. The more of these we have, see, this thing is going to just kind of take from one or two bushes at a time until they empty and then let another one grow. Like, they're not going to finish at the same time. There we are. That's all done. And then we could make another berry farm going into this barn if we needed to. Put it over there. Now then, let's get ourselves some kitchens. So fire shrines can take fire crystals through the magic and turn them into fire, which will get us fuel for nothing, and we are going to use that later. In fact, I need to do a small experiment at some point in order for that to work. But first things first, let's finish up what we're doing over here and then maybe work on that. I need to grab a kitchen. We've got like 100 kitchens over there, so let's just grab a kitchen over here. Let's have it making juice, which is easy to make and sells for 2 gold each. See, we could actually have it make jam, but that's 3. See, you're using 4 berries and fuel and sugar to make something worth 3 gold, instead of juice, which is just 2 berries to make 2 gold. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Now cheese, that seems nice. That will make 8. That would make 8. Cheese seems like something we could work on as well. Yeah, milk and just milk and cloth. All right, we need to be careful giving too many food items though. All right, we're just making fruit juice at the minute. Just gonna be making fruit juice. We just need this to go over here. And it can produce fruit juice actually very quickly. Now I want a packer. And I want this packager. And this packager is going to be doing a little bit of stuff, so it doesn't really... I don't really want it to be too, like, only connected to this building. Oh, whoops. I mean, it's good that we can connect it up to this juice factory easily, but that's not the only thing it's going to be packing. There we are. Okay, now then we need to just give it, I think, just a belt. I think we're just going to take a belt over. Just, we could do it with, see, this is the thing. We could do it with rails, but if we do it with rails, then I don't think my plan's going to work. Because I'm pretty sure rail cars have to be carrying crates of all the same stuff. You can't just have it carry generic crates. But what I kind of want it to do is to, I can't actually see past this, so let's call this water mastery for now. And we'll figure that out. Do I even have the water shrine anywhere? Yes, it's right there. Water temple is right over here. So that's going to be important later as soon as we get our red coins worked out. Now then, give me more of this. Give me more of this. Bring this over. I don't know how this is going to interact with this thingy here. So we may have to kind of send it down at that point. But here's the kind of plan that I want here. Why can I not put this anywhere? Come on. Let's get rid of these paths. Give me some room to build stuff. So we have the unpacker. This is just going to unpack from crates. And then what I want it to do is to be able to send food over this way to start. Like, the first thing we need it to do is to be able to send food. Please give me that arch block. Come on. So sending food into the food facility is the very, very first thing we need it to do. And since the food facility can take any food, what we should be able to do is turn on the item filter, and there's these filters that I haven't actually used. There we go. They're blank at the minute, which stinks. Rollable, crushable ore, elemental shards, purified elements. Come on. Food. Any food. So that should now allow any food items to come through there. Which then... let's just use that that unpacker. So now this unpacker does nothing. Please give me that. Come on. There we are. But unpack food. Well, not food, but if we unpack other things... Dang, I cannot build right now. What is going on? There we go. Now, if we unpack other things with it, it will also sort out correctly. So we could have, like, general goods and unpack those and send them to the general goods store, and luxury goods and have them go to the luxury goods store, and medicine, have them go to the medicine store. And we can bring them all into that one unpacking building. So hopefully that's how this is going to work. And we'll figure out how many belts and things we need to send in based on how crowded these belt lines get. Then we might even bring in some trains and stuff later. This is my main plan, to have 1 or 2 unpacking buildings. 1 or 2 packing buildings, 1 or 2 unpacking buildings. This thing is getting more juice than it is packing at the minute. It's about as fast as it's going to get until we can boost it with magic. Well, actually, we can right now boost it with steam from somewhere. There we are. Come here, steam connector. I have been making pipes. There we are. Steam pipes go wherever they need to, basically. Cool. So now these both should be boosted with steam pipes. Yes, this is making juice as fast as it possibly can. The barn is actually full. What's going on here? The barn is full. This thing is like... This thing needs to be emptying the barn twice as quickly. So that it can make more juice. Yes. The barn will empty later, so we'll see what's going on with that. Because it doesn't make any sense. It should be emptying just about as fast as it's filling over here. Unless we have like 2 belts coming off of this farm, but we don't, so I don't know how that's working. Anyway, that's the whole reason that I'm doing the unpacker over here instead of just that, because... What's going on? What's going on? Let's... Is this the problem? Does it not count as food? Items labeled foil. Market. Fruit. Filter fruit. What's going on? Categories. Let's try filtering juice and see if this is actually like a problem with the filter. Yep, it won't filter food. It won't filter food, or juice doesn't count as food. But I can definitely sell it in here, so I don't know. What does juice count as? Fruits and vegetables. Juice counts as a fruit and vegetable. Okay, well, we saw that down here, didn't we? So, it was my mistake thinking that that counted as food. Fruit filter. No? Label filter. Fruits and vegetables. No? Alright. Blank right now. Then. Dang thing. And obviously we shouldn't be letting this back up like this. We should be... let's see, let's remove one of these and one of these. Let's build this over like that, and let's just put a silo here. Come on. There we are. So now it will back up into the silo instead of that way. That should work okay. We're sort of gaining red coins again. Now that we're doing that. Alright, now it's time to mess with the stuff over here. Alright, kitchen. Time to interrupt this fish line with this kitchen. Just have it cook the fish. That'll add a tiny bit to the production. Come on, add a little bit to the production time, but should be able to cook it fairly quickly. Now then, the other thing that we are going to need is a fire shrine. It's going to go right there, and it is going to... I accidentally put it in the wrong place, but that's fine. I don't feel like moving it. I want a silo. There we go. Fire shrine. Now we need to set up a quick little quick little mana system over here. Transmitter, silo, receiver, and some rechargers. Here's something that I need to check though. This is a thing that I thought of the other day, and I really need to see if it works or not, because if it does, this is something that I should have been doing like from the very beginning here. So I want to set up a transmitter over here, and I want to, this is something that I just didn't think to try. So I want to take a mana pipe, and I want to connect this transmitter directly with that receiver. Oh, that's making a connection. That's making a connection, and then we just take the fire out of this building, put it in there, and it moves it over to here without needing to build any belts or anything. All right, I want this to fill up to about 50, and then we'll move the mana receiver. 40, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's should be enough. Let's remove that transmitter, remove that belt. That's at 60. All right, turn this that way so that we can very easily get a line going for the rechargers, which have a nice little new look to them. Look at that. 5 of those. Logic blocks for splitters. Can't afford another splitter right now because of my red coin issue. There we are. And then these all, of course, go out this way. Now I'm undecided. Later on, I may try to make like a big old network. Like a big old network full of logic things and stuff that lets me just use mana pipes to, you know, take from a big central stockpile of mana and just set up a logic system that sends mana wherever it needs to go in the system, no matter what. But right now it just looks like works a tiny bit better to be able to do it this way. There we go. Now this kitchen, of course, needs to do this, and then once we get the booster up, we'll be able to boost it using the mana also. We'll be able to boost it with the mana also. Now, of course, I would very much like to connect this to steam power, which should be running down here, so there we go. Also connected to the steam network. Two of these might be better. We're getting a little bit of a boost from the steam power. We're getting a boost from having a lot of people in it, and we're going to be getting a boost from magic later once we've been able to kind of... Yeah, and then we've got a silo filled with lava. There we go. And this thing is recharging at a fairly good rate. Excellent. Popping out recharged crystals like nobody's business. And this is even backed up because lava is such an efficient power source. So with just a teeny bit of extra little magic, this thing is popping out higher priced fish relatively quickly. And now we're also sending out juice. What are some other things that we could use? Cheese was the other one we were kind of looking at, and that's a dairy product, which means that they would get satisfied from the milk thing. See at these meters here? This is the things that the houses will eat. So they need like a basic grain, and they need a meat, and they need a fruit and veg, and they need a dairy. And they need some clothing, and some special goods, and some like tools and things. And that determines kind of the general happiness level, is how many of these are, you know, satisfied at a time, and a few other considerations. So one thing that I'd really like to do is get more shirt output going here. Because right now we're kind of making shirts about as fast as we can with this setup here. But if we got, say, another, you know, farm, this little workshop is producing as quickly as it can. So if we got like another workshop to produce cloth from cotton, we also hooked that up, we'd be able to increase the speed of this, which could be nice. So this here, I want this to be producing cotton as quickly as it can as well. And we're also going to add a little bit of more, you know, cotton growing area here, just to kind of fill it out, because it is sharing a lot of this, and this one is also handling the load of the water. So this workshop should be able to make the fabric pretty quickly. And this factory has a little bit of a backup of fabric now that we're pumping 2 into it. So if we give it an actual better belt output, we might be able to have it send way more shirts, selling them faster and satisfying even more of the kind of clothing need. Yeah, now it's making about as fast as it can off of these things. This farm is making about as fast as it can and emptying as fast as it can. Same with that farm. This is making as fast as it possibly can. Get the pipes. Connect all of these to the steam network. Give them that extra little bitty speed boost. Emptying and producing about as fast as it can. Looks like we're actually making red coins at this point. Looks like at this point we're making red coins, if barely. We could definitely use another kitchen. And we're actually pretty well set up for that here. So what we're gonna do is remove some stuff here. Gonna grab another kitchen, have it output down that way. Also making the cooked fish because we already have a ton of fish. Got to come on. Gotta make sure that it can actually output. Okay, there we go. Output on this line here. And I want them to combine over this way just so it doesn't, block the exit to the building. Then we just need a splitter, which we got plenty of over there. Give me a splitter. Send stuff into here, and then give me a grabber that also grabs lava. And pump up the speed. Nope. Pipes, steam pipe, output there. Now that is sending a near perfect belt off. That's like almost a fully saturated belt for fish. We've got a pretty good belt going for shirts. Oop, the shirts are not actually getting everything they need. What's going on? Not enough houses. Where's the problem? Alright, that's not getting enough wool. That one's getting just enough wool, and this one's getting barely not enough wool. So we do need to, like, find a way to get another house or two in here. Okay, let's just upgrade these houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that gives us another 20 people to play with, but these farms take so many people. Alright, now how's this doing? Now that's producing cloth as fast as it can. The shirt thing is still not getting quite enough. Shirt building's still just barely not getting enough, but so barely it's like not exactly worth it to tweak too much. It every now and then needs to wait half a second. There, so with the juice, the fish, and now this, we are getting red coins again. As we can even see, we've now got a backup of gems coming in here. So that's good. That seems to have really improved our red coin situation. We still need to get another, like, a bit more of a variety of resources so that we can up our happiness in general. We don't have enough dairy. We don't have enough tools. Like, for one thing over here, the dairy and bread needs to be dealt with a little bit better in general, because we just are not... Like, I know we are not producing enough of the wheat and stuff over here for the dairy and bread. I know that we never really even tried to optimize this. But if we could get this producing a little bit faster at this point, it would really help our kind of normal coins. And the dairy would help our happiness a bit. Because right now our happiness is actually not that high, and it's kind of holding things up a little bit. Both of these buildings are getting a lot of wheat sent out, though. Well, let's see. The holdup is definitely in the amount of wheat that's being sent out. Give me that. Please? Come on. Come over here. This building has a backup, which means we need to give it another wheat outlet. And I know that means we need to try to figure out something weird over here. Like, let's see, this here needs to go back enough and kind of connect there. That seems to work out very well with this ramp. Okay, good. We have successfully stacked these. Except not. Except we haven't successfully stacked them at all. Now we can have a ramp. Now we can say we have successfully stacked those. There we are. This thing has a way to empty all of its grain. Give it a few more workers. Really up the amount of grain it's manufacturing and emptying. Which is really filling up this thing. Which could use a help making more flour. Which is being turned into bread. Not quite efficiently. It's using a lot of the flour and it's getting us a bit more bread, and overall we can just kind of upgrade this belt at least. To start. That'll help us carry more goods here. Okay. Oh, everything's overlapped and you know, everything here. Now then, this barn, this one is emptying as fast as it can, which is interesting. Because it needs to apply the water, it's emptying as fast as it can. It's a little sad. Well, what happens if we upgrade this? It can go faster, but then so what? It's not getting the grains it needs to go faster for that grain mill. How are we doing on people? We can get a few more people. I'm not using these trees for anything right now. Since this central farm building is wasting so much of its frickin' time on... oh yeah, I would have to remove resources for that, so... I suppose we are just going to have to build over the top of it a little bit. Come on, thing, please just build properly anywhere. Sheesh. Cute. This building is wasting a lot of its resource producing potential on putting water on crops. Which is why I want to maximize both the amount of farm land that it is watering, but also share it between another barn here, so that this one doesn't have to apply water and can take full advantage. And now this building is getting the more grain that it needs to produce a lot of animal feed. Which means animal feed shouldn't be the main problem for this building anymore. Even though it still seems to be. Probably because I can't replace that. There, we're actually backed up on animal feed. Interesting. It's backed up on animal feed, but it's not. Alright, it's no longer backed up on animal feed. Alright, now we're producing more dairy and... Okay, yes, now we're producing more dairy and more... What's that other thing we're making? Bread, more grains, and more dairy. Well done. We're up to 2,000 red coins right now. Good, that seems to have really helped everything. We got the fish. We got this working at near a good potential. The juice is having some issues still. What's going on with the juice? Yeah, okay, let's... I figured we would have to do this eventually, so let's just let the juice come over here and that way, and straight this way, straight this way. Come on, berry production. Come on, berry production. There you go, out you go, into the barn. Into the barn you go. Thank you. Gonna need a few more berry farms so that this thing can keep producing as much juice as it needs. So we can just fill this thing with juice. And a few other goods. But that's good for now. We have dealt with our red coin crisis. The red coin crisis is dealt with, and next episode we're going to start working on water element. On the water. We're going to start working on the water. And we're going to be using a magical shipping method, because I should have been using one already. We might even replace these train lines entirely, despite how fun they were to build. They were fun to build. We might replace those train lines, and then we are going to start. One thing that I really do need to do, though, we need to remove this harvester. This entire thing needs to go because it's no longer useful. And I need... What I need is... There we go. A good patch of earth shards. Where we can get a barn. And we can get a couple of harvesters. And we can start harvesting this junk into the barn. And we can fill it up with ore. Earthstone. We can fill it up with earthstone. So that we can create a sustainable patch that we're going to use with earth magic and mines over here. We're going to use a couple of earth shrines and some earth elemental magic to just refill a bunch of things over here. In fact, I'm even going to buy these 2 bits of land next door to this so that we have some room to work. Alright, yeah, right there. We're going to set up a patch of mineable stones, and we're going to just ship them straight into these buildings from a nearby mine and remove all of this stuff. Just like we should be doing with this. We should set up a thing here that just refills this mana and sends it over here. That's next episode. I hope that you have enjoyed everything we did here. We finally got those coins working. What's going on with this thing? Alright, it's powering that. That's fine. That's fine. Finally got our red coins functioning. We really need to do a little bit more with that, but oh well. That's for next time. These things could use like a little animation when they're recharging. That'd be kind of cool. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, go into the description and follow all my social media things and my podcast and all the other junk that you should be doing already if you enjoy the show, because I just talk at things. It's what I do all the time with lots of things in general. Yeah. My name's Gepwin. I hope that you've had a wonderful time. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.